for another market update featuring Ryan Meeks.
Hey, it's Ryan Meeks, and it's been a while since I've done a market report, but kind of more of the same, not a whole lot to report on. The market is still in short supply. Demand has come down to normal though. Demand is at a normal level. And I usually like to relate these market updates with what I'm going through with my clients. And right now, it's very difficult. I have a client, he and his wife, and we've been out looking at new builds. And let me just tell you, the waiting list on some of these new builds is just atrocious. And it just really, I mean, to get on these wait lists and wait 2-3 months to purchase a house is just kind of crazy. And we're hearing there's like 200 people on some of these lists. We went to Woodside Homes. I think there was Woodside Homes Enchantment Series in Eastmark is going to be the shortest of the lists from what I hear. So that's a little bit refreshing. Some lists, though, I was somewhere and someone said it was like 200 people. Blandford Homes, Stratford, here in Gilbert, that one has 200 people on it. And there's not even that many lots left. So it's just absolutely bananas. But believe it or not, demand is normal. So it's just the supply. There's just nothing out there. And I have another client we're working with, and they're just basically trying to get a starter home here in Gilbert. They're willing to go to Queen Creek, Santan Valley, put an offer in. I think it was listed around maybe 360. We went in at 385 and didn't get it. We were willing to go 10,000 over appraised value, and that still didn't get it. So a lot of people still waiving appraisals, and there is still people are, I think the average price they're going over right now is about $15,000. So definitely going to have the money to play ball. You're going to have to come out of pocket a little bit. Unfortunately, it is still, because of this short supply, it seems like there's a whole lot of demand, and it seems like the market is crazy. And I guess it kind of is crazy, but it's just all stemming from this low supply. So I'm also not getting as many phone calls as I used to get. I think with the restrictions that are being lifted in a lot of other states, that people are getting back to life and hopefully enjoying the summer. It'd be nice to get phone calls and people wanting to move out of their states and all the time, but it is nice to see that some states are going back to normal and easing their restrictions and getting to basically where Arizona has been. So I definitely feel blessed that I've been here, and I love Arizona. So it's a great place to be, and oh, God forbid something else like this should happen ever again. It's good to know that we're, in my opinion, in good hands. And I know everybody feels differently about that, but it's been awesome living here. So definitely feeling that demand is coming off and not feeling that supply is coming up at all. So in the Metro Phoenix area, we've had, I think at the lowest, maybe like 3,800 homes active on the market. And that doesn't include under contract homes. And then right now we're probably just around 4,800 active homes in the Phoenix metro area. And something interesting that I looked at, I'm trying to personally find a rental property. We were going to get a huge pool, but I figure, if let's just get a rental property and not blow our money. So looking to do that. It would be my first rental property, so I'm pretty excited to get into that and start the search here. But I looked at homes in Gilbert that have been on the market longer than 2 weeks, and everybody has this mentality where they're going to look for that house that nobody wants and they can fix it up. And I get a lot of people that call me and they try to go in with that mentality, and it's just not going to happen because everybody is thinking that way. There's a lot of people that are doing that, and then they're paying over for those homes. They're willing to pay up for them. So it is a good strategy. It's a good thought, but right now in this market, you're just not going to find that. Pretty much any house you find, even if it's a fixer-upper, and it's not going to be a total hellhole, hell pit of a home, it's just going to be dated. So if you find a house that's dated, maybe it's got some dirty carpet on it, it's probably going to go for $5,000 to $10,000 more than it's listed, and it's going to be listed too high, and it's not going to appraise. So that's still what we're going through, and I wish I could help some people out and show them these homes that nobody wants that are available to purchase, but they're just not here because of the short supply. So that's what we're experiencing. And in terms of where prices are going right now, obviously they're still going up. I got a few graphs here I'm going to share with you guys. And of course, I still have friends that are asking me, hey, is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to sell? And I mean, I'd love to sell your house and all, but I still think that we're going to continue to go up. So from April of 2020 to April of 2021, price per square foot's gone up roughly 32%. And it's continuing to go up. And if I'm looking at my numbers correct here, the larger your house is, the more square footage you have, the higher your appreciation based on the monthly medians. So the median is the price in the middle. We go off the median because averages can sometimes be skewed and won't give a good feel for the market. So we use medians in the real estate world instead of averages. And if you're looking at under 1,000 square feet, those homes have gone up based on the median price. They're right now selling at $269.63 per square foot. And then if you go to, let's say, a market where it's 4,000 to 5,000 square feet, it's going to be a luxury market in the millions there. You're looking at $310 per square foot, and that's gone up 64%. 64%, just absolutely insane how much that has gone up based on your monthly medians. Absolutely bonkers. If you were saving up for a house to get a larger square footage, and you're only making, let's say, 27% on your 1,800 square foot home, and then you're having to roll into a 4,000 square foot home that has appreciated 64%. Just kind of crazy. Seller market is definitely weakening, and supply is 76.3% below normal seasonal levels. So that is quite the deficit there in homes. And there's about 2,367 new listings being added per week on average. And since mid-February, it's up about 14.5%. And it's still down about 60% from last year. So our levels are still significantly lower than last year. Demand is about 7.5% above our normal seasonal level. It's 2,334 new contracts are being accepted per week on average. And 58.5% of April sales closed over asking price. And that median asking price, like I said before, is about $17,000. Median days listed prior to contract, 6 days. So things haven't changed there at all. So that's still kind of crazy. Appreciation. So like we said before, larger homes are appreciating much more quickly than smaller homes. It's definitely going to continue into the summer with short supply, I feel, but we're hoping that number can just slightly come up and give some buyers a little bit more of a chance here to get into homes. And as prices increase, obviously we're also going to get less demand just because the prices have gone up so much. So expect to see that here in the next coming months. And it's still tough. It's not a fun market to be in right now, but I definitely feel if you can get under contract, you're still going to make money here for at least the next 2-3 years. I feel we're going to have this shortage until everybody catches up with the builders. And we've noticed that some builders, just to get back to the new build communities, they're doing things like they're doing the lot bids. So they will release a lot and say, hey, the lot premium here is $10,000. What are you willing to pay over for this property? We have Pulte Homes that's doing that. Lennar is also doing it. Who else? Taylor Morrison's still doing the drawings, so you can flip a coin and they'll release 4 homes, I think it's like per month in each community. And, there'll be 20 to 50 people on those Zoom calls, and then they'll pick your name out of a hat. people don't like that. They'd rather be on a wait list from my experience, but it's just good to get on every list that you can. And if you guys need any help with that, feel free to reach out to me. Harvest at Queen Creek is a popular community. That one, I think all the initial parcels are pretty much done, but Pulte has been releasing some homes. I think they might have just released their last 7, but for the most part, those first sections of the Harvest community are pretty much built up, or the wait list is too long to where there aren't going to be lots left. But they will be releasing other parcels. I believe Richmond American's coming over there. Some other builders. David Weekley's going to be gone, unfortunately. But yeah, they're gonna have some other builders coming into Harvest, so be sure to check that out. Eastmark has some new properties coming in by Landsea. Newtown Homes, I think, is building some smaller homes there. David Weekley's building there. Ashton Woods. Taylor Morrison isn't building. They sold off their land because of COVID. And then Woodside Homes is actually the one who bought the parcel that Taylor Morrison was going to be purchasing. So Woodside Homes is building there. So a lot of development still happening everywhere. It's just long wait lists. Fulton Homes, I believe, is going to stop selling homes until they get everything to frame. So that's what Fulton Homes is doing, and their big community out here is Barney Farms. So no chance of getting in that anytime soon. So, if you plan on moving here, just get on one of these wait lists, wait it out. Unfortunately, you're going to have some price increases, and we're hoping for that lumber crash still. So hopefully that'll happen here in the next month or so. I'm thinking prices of lumber are just way too high, and demand's down. So demand's there, but it's not as high as the prices. So that's my personal opinion. So hoping to see that crash here in the next month. We'll let you know what happens there. And if you guys need any assistance, just give me a holler. I'd be happy to help you make the move here. Even though it's a crazy market, they're crazy everywhere, but here it's a little bit more nutty than other places. But if you're willing to make that move and you want to make it happen, we can do that for you. So I look forward to speaking with you. My info is below, and we'll see you on your escape to Arizona.